Man 3 might be in theaters right now, but so far this month I found myself thinking about the Hulk. First off, Bruce Banner was the surprise guest in the Iron Man 3 after-credits sequence, which delighted audiences who were happy to simply see Tony and Bruce back together again, even if it was just for some quick, snappy banter. And then I was invited to the Now You See Me junket in New Orleans, where I got the chance to sit down and talk with Mark Ruffalo himself. And of course, I had to ask him about the Hulk.
I have to ask you, all right, I know that there isn't going to be a Hulk movie until maybe a little bit. Everyone really wants one.
Right.
How is it to be able to do that surprise?
I don't know if there's going to be a Hulk movie.
Oh, everyone hopes so. Yeah.
I would love there to be, but I don't know if there's going to be.
Oh, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you because you're so great in the role.
Thank you.
But how is it being able to contribute to Iron Man 3 with that kind of surprise end?
It was a blast, and I was really nervous about it, and Robert sort of pitched it to me when we were at the Academy Awards.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yes. And I was thrilled that he asked me to come along.
That's great.
And I haven't seen it yet, so I'm people say it works, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, the whole audience lit up.
Really? That's
yeah, they're
great.
excited.
That's fantastic. Science bros.
So if Mark Ruffalo wants to make a Hulk movie, and we all want to see a Hulk movie, why doesn't Marvel Studios make a Hulk movie? Of course, we can understand why they'd be a little gamma-shy, considering their first two attempts to make a solo Hulk movie failed so miserably. The first practically laughed off the screen due to some misguided creative choices by Ang Lee, and the second left feeling incomplete as the studio creatively clashed with writer and star Edward Norton, ultimately going behind his back to recut the film, which led to him refusing to promote it. Yes, ironically, there's a lot of frustration and anger linked to bringing the Hulk to the silver screen. But when Joss Whedon took another creative gamble with the character by casting indie actor Mark Ruffalo, Ruffalo's performance, as well as his and Whedon's take on the character, paid off in spades. This Hulk was always angry and had a bitter edge, but also still a brilliant mind that caught the eye of not just S.H.I.E.L.D., but Tony Stark. However, something else has happened. As I watched an early screening of Now You See Me, when I saw Mark Ruffalo on screen, my first reaction was a giddy, "That's Bruce Banner." The reaction surprised me for two reasons. First, for once, Banner wasn't being overshadowed by his Jekyll counterpart. Second, as Robert Downey Jr. negotiates a new contract with Marvel Studios, holding their entire cinematic universe hostage as its anchor, here suddenly was another actor who embodies the superhero persona at perhaps the same level. Yet Marvel Studios is backburnering him? Or, as they've said, saving him for Marvel Phase 3, which will revolve around the Planet Hulk storyline. Even when I interviewed audiences after Iron Man 3, several of them mentioned how much they liked the Hulk, even though he was only on screen for a few seconds at the very end in a comedy bit. Overall, they simply missed him from the Avengers, where Ruffalo's Banner had arguably stolen the show. So why is Marvel Studios prepping more of the same with Thor: The Dark World and Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and gambling with untested characters like Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man, when they have a proven, untapped commodity sitting right in front of them that wants to get back into the game? Success is a tricky thing, and in an effort to spend not just their newfound money but capital, Marvel Studios could easily derail this gravy train. Look at the controversial twist in Iron Man 3, where the studio famous for sticking to their source material didn't, and is already suffering the repercussions, both at the box office and with their fan base. Bottom line is, while we all really want a solo Hulk movie right now, will we still want one in 2016 or 2017? Also, do we want to spend our first alone time with Banner as the Hulk John Carter style? Or do we want to get to know him first on the run as he was introduced in the Avengers? Oh well, at least we know the Hulk will definitely return for action for the Avengers 2 in 2015. What do you think? Can Marvel Studios do no wrong, or are they beginning to falter like another Disney purchase? And do you think Mark Ruffalo has the potential to rival Robert Downey Jr. as an anchor for the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Write your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now, including my interviews with the Now You See Me cast later today.